This past Sunday at Genesis, 6 men went to war in a gauntlet for the gold.
Roman Reigns eliminates Finn early, it feels like. Finn feels the same way. He is livid. And another coup de grace. Back-to-back coup de grace on Roman Reigns. Roman's gone. And now catches him off guard. Inside cradle. Small package. Orton is gone. 3 crossroads in a row. Cody Rhodes eliminates Carmelo Hayes.
When it seemed Cody Rhodes was about to become the new WWE Champion, an immortal struck.
What the hell is Hogan doing? He dropped the leg. Hogan just dropped the leg on Cody Rhodes. Hogan just screwed Cody Rhodes out of the WWE Championship.
How will the landscape of Friday nights change now that Drew McIntyre is WWE Champion?
Ladies and gentlemen from Kansas City, Missouri, we welcome you all to Smackdown Episode 1 as we are already in the ring here with the immortal Hulk Hogan and the man who he gave the WWE title to on silver platter, Drew McIntyre. And he's asking McIntyre, how did he do it? He survived such grueling odds at Genesis, against all odds in a grueling 6-man gauntlet, and well, in the end, Drew Claymore kicked Cody Rhodes' head off and became WWE champions after, of course, taking his vitamins and eating his prayers. That's a load of bull if you ask me, but if anything, here comes the Smackdown GM manager. It's Kurt Angle. Your Olympic hero is the GM of Friday nights. Good thing he's not in a wheelchair this time around. But if anything, now going back onto a gauntlet match here, that could not be further from truth, and I agree. As far as Kurt saw it, and to be fair, all of us saw it, Drew entered at number 6 and needed the help of Hulk Hogan to eliminate a weakened and bloody Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes should be WWE champion. And another man who screwed out of the WWE title gauntlet match was Roman Reigns, thanks to the help of Finn Balor, who attacked him after he was eliminated. And so, tonight, Roman Reigns is going to get a fair shot. That's right, in tonight's main event, Roman Reigns is going to challenge Drew McIntyre for a WWE title. A blockbuster main event has been announced for tonight, and along with that, in our opening contest, the Cruiserweight Championship of the World will be defended in an 8-4-1 match. We will crown a Cruiserweight Champion. Kurt Angle, insane announcements to kick us off here in our first episode of SmackDown. What a night we have in store for you all here tonight, as there you see the graphic. It's the 8-4-1 match for the vacant Cruiserweight Championship of the World. How the match will start: it will be a 4-on-4 8-man elimination match. Once we get down to the final 4 men, it will go and turn into a fatal 4-way match, and from the fatal 4-way match we will crown a Cruiserweight Champion. And that's the opening contest. But along with that, in tonight's main event, as Kurt Angle has just announced, Drew McIntyre defends his newly won WWE Championship against Roman Reigns. It's number 6 in the gauntlet match from this past Sunday, taking on number 1. Reigns eliminated Finn early on, but then was immediately attacked afterwards. And along with that, here is the roster that GM manager Kurt Angle has drafted: Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Charlotte Flair, Drew McIntyre, Big E Langston, Finn Balor, Damage Control, Asuka, Carmelo Hayes, and Trick Williams, Braun Breaker, Tiffany Stratton, Damian Priest, Sheamus, LWO, the Morrissey Machine Guns. That's right, they are in the WWE. They are number 16. Ilja, Dragunov, JD McDonah, Roxanne, Perez, British Strong Style, Andrew Garza, and Humberto Carrillo. And lastly, Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. If you ask me, number 16 for the Guns. What a steal right there, courtesy of Kurt Angle. Like, just what a great pick. What great picks by Kurt Angle, if you ask me. But now, here we go. The 8-4-1 match kicks things off, and here it comes, the first of 8 men to be in that matchup. It's the legendary Rey Mysterio. Don't go anywhere, because the 8-4-1 match for the Cruiserweight Championship will begin when we come back here on SmackDown. We're back here from Kansas City, Missouri. This is episode 1 of SmackDown. What a week we've had here in Numerous Mode. A great Genesis pay-per-view. Then, a great Monday Night Raw. And of course, a couple days ago on ECW, a very shocking ECW with the debut of Judas Messias as he cost his brother Abyss. Well, not cost him, if anything was... Well, he did cost him, to be fair. Distracting Abyss was led to Rhino. Goring Abyss through a table, plus a Rhino driver. Rhino's still ECW champion after what happened this past Tuesday. And there you see the graphic right there. Don't forget your main event, Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. Of course, ain't it ironic that during Finn's entrance, the graphic pops up showing Roman Reigns in tonight's main event. Of course, Finn Balor costing Roman Reigns the WWE Championship this past Sunday in a 6-man gauntlet. Blindsided, attacking Roman after Roman eliminated Finn from the gauntlet match. Leading for Cody Rhodes to just pin Roman after the case. And a weakened Roman Reigns. That's how Cody was able to advance, eliminating a weakened Roman Reigns courtesy of Finn Balor. But it ain't thing. Here in the 8-for-1 match, starts off as an 8-man tag team matchup. And once we get down to the final 4 men in the matchup, it could be 4 for one team and 0 for the other team. It could be 2 for one team and 2 for the other team. Regardless, it goes down to a fatal 4-way every man for himself once we go through these first 4 eliminations. As Trick Williams has now been tagged into this equation. It's him and JD McDonagh here. On one side, it's Rey Mysterio, Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams, and Ilja Dragunov. And twisting neckbreaker right there by Trick. And on the other side, it's JD McDonagh, Finn Balor, Angel Garza, and Humberto Carrillo. One of these 8 men will become Cruiserweight Champion in the next couple of minutes here in your opening contest of Smackdown here in Kansas City, Missouri. Smackdown Episode 1. As Trick Williams doing a number here on JD. And sends him into the corner. And now going to tag in, well, you could say his tag team partner, really, and best friend, Carmelo Hayes. Melo, simply put, he is him. Well, can he be him here tonight by winning the Cruiserweight Championship of the world, planting down JD? And I gotta say, here in the early stages of his 8-for-1 match, JD is taking a lot of damage here. Everyone really is having their way with JD McDonagh. He may just actually be the first man eliminated here, because now here comes the star of SmackDown, Ilja Dragunov, sizing him up, Torpedo Moscow. JD is in a very bad way, and now Ilja taking down Humberto, taking down Angel Garza as well, trying to take down Finn, but Finn able to evade it. Finn saw it coming on, but not the second time around. Ilja able to catch him off guard the second time around right there. All 3 of JD McDonagh's tag team partners have been laid out. It's basically a 4-on-1 situation here. As Ilja now tags in Rey Mysterio, we're back where we started here with Rey and JD. For the top rope, drops the dime with the frog splash, does Rey Mysterio. Could this be it? Will JD be the first one gone? Yes, he is. And just like that, we are now down to 7. 3 more eliminations away before we get down to a fatal 4-way contest where it will be every man for himself for the Cruiserweight Championship of the world. In comes Angel Garza, dropkick right there, able to be evaded by Rey Mysterio. JD is gone. He took a lot of punishment there over the last 2 minutes roughly. Big time twisting neckbreaker by Trick. Torpedo Moscow by Ilja. The suplex cutter earlier by Melo as well. And Rey dropping the dime was the final nail in the coffin. And now, wait a minute here. Angel Garza has Trick double. Wing clipper. Snapping back at the neck of Trick Williams, takes out Ilja. And now Angel Garza decides to take out Melo too, and taking out Rey. And now a 3-on-1 advantage here for Finn, Angel, and Humberto. Speaking of Finn, he's been tagged in after the wing clipper. Trick Williams knocked out, center of the ring, clear grab by Finn Balor. Back-to-back finishers onto Trick Williams, and he's done for. We're down to 6. 2 more eliminations away before we go down to a fatal 4-way. I gotta say, here's a smart strategy by both teams, just hitting their best maneuvers early on here to eliminate people pretty damn quickly from this contest. Tope con hilo by Finn. As it seems now, Ilja Dragunov is the legal man for his team. We're down to 6, 3-on-3 here. We are still 2 eliminations away before we get down to a fatal 4-way scenario for the Cruiserweight title of the world. Into a cover here by Finn Balor, who of course came up short this past Sunday at Genesis in a 6-man gauntlet match for the WWE Championship. Roman Reigns was number 1, Finn Balor was number 2, and Roman eliminated Finn pretty damn early in the contest. Finn missed the coup de grace, and Roman, after just getting out the way of the coup de grace, hit a spear on Finn Balor and was able to make him tap out with a guillotine choke, and Finn wasn't too happy after the fact. Hit a 1916 followed by 2 coup de grace on Roman Reigns. Then in came Cody Rhodes at number 3, who Finn told him to get the job done and be a man. And well, against Cody's better judgment, he didn't really want to do it, but he had to do it. Hit a crossroads on Roman Reigns and pinned Roman 1, 2, 3. So you gotta chalk up Roman Reigns being screwed out of the WWE Championship this past Sunday at Genesis. well, you gotta chalk it up to just the help of Finn Balor, really. And of course, Cody Rhodes got screwed after that of anything as well. Eliminated Randy Orton, eliminated Carmelo Hayes, and then in came Hulk Hogan to just hit the leg drop on Cody Rhodes. And just cost him, and able to allow Drew McIntyre to win. Billy Toe, and oh, Hurricanrana from the top rope on Humberto Carrillo. Into a cover here. And well, Charles Robinson took a while to get into position, and only 2. Charles Robinson, the head SmackDown official here. And so Rey now able to take down Humberto for a full count of 3 here. Humberto, I don't think he has any clue where he's at. Trying to make a tag here to either Finn or Angel Garza. Can he really? I don't even think he knows where he's at, really. And Melo looking to go. Oh, I was going to say looking to maybe springboard off the ropes. But Humberto was able to catch him. And no, plants him down right there. Frankensteiner. 2. And no. Only 2. And well, I guess you could call Rey doing the top rope Hurricanrana to Frankensteiner as well, really. They're basically the same thing, to be honest. But now Angel Garza here after that leaping clothesline. And oh, reverse layout DDT on the Melo. And now Garza, double underhook. Wait a minute. Oh my god. Double underhook into the power jar. That C4 spike. Garza, no, only 2. He just crunched the head of Melo right there. And now Garza here, step up his gear, takes out Rey. And now trying to take out Ilja Dragunov here. Dragunov giving more fight, blocks the punch, punches him himself, and oh, there you go. The insecure right there, and first 48. Garza turned right around into a first 48. He was too preoccupied with trying to get Ilja Dragunov off the ring apron. And Melo taking out Finn and taking out Humberto Carrillo. But Garza back up here, was looking for a strike. It's reversed though. After the first 48, now comes the suplex cutter right there by Melo. Decides to not go for nothing but net. This might just be it here. And it is. And just like that, the suplex cutter gets the job done here. Angel Garza's done for. It's 3 versus 2. We are 1 elimination away from this going into a regular fatal 4-way contest. And Melo now, full head of steam here. Toe bake on Halo to Humberto Carrillo. Well, who's the legal man here? Finn or Humberto? And now, wait a minute, 2-on-1 situation here. Melo trying to fight off both Finn and Humberto Carrillo, but no, it's too much to overcome. Humberto has him. Canadian Destroyer on the outside. Melo taking a lot of damage here in the last couple seconds. That C4 spike by Angel Garza, and now the Canadian Destroyer on the outside of the ring by Humberto Carrillo. Melo, he might just be done for, but no, oh! A last second rush of adrenaline. Tags Ilja Dragunov, and oh! Torpedo Moscow to Humberto Carrillo. This could be it. No, Finn is right there. Melo, oh man, just the amazing ring awareness of Carmelo Hayes as Ilja takes down Finn. Great ring awareness by Melo. I feel like that could have been it. He would have been down for the count if Humberto was able to pin him. But no, just one last ditch of just adrenaline, really, of energy by Melo to make the tag to Ilja and basically save himself in this contest. And wheelbarrow DDT right there. Rey taking down Humberto Carrillo. 1 more elimination and we get down to a regular fatal 4-way match. And I feel like we're about to see the last elimination. Rey's gonna dial it up. 6, 1, 9. Finn is still on the outside. He's been taken out the equation courtesy of Ilja Dragunov. Rey drops the dime. Cover him, Rey. Cover him. Finn is back up. I don't think he's going to get there in time. And Humberto is gone. We're down to 4. And here we go. We're now down to the 4 portion of this matchup. The 8-4-1 match is how it goes. It's now down to a fatal 4-way here. As both Ilja and Melo can stay on the corners here. Maybe thinking they could work on Finn. It's now a 4-way dance. First pinfall or submission this fatal 4-way gets you the victory. Ilja's been taken out. And now Melo being taken out by Finn. And so you gotta think Finn here just basically made it. Payday kick. I think Finn just basically made this a singles match of sorts. As both Ilja and Melo have been taken down. They're on the outside of the ring. They're incapacitated. And so Finn here, it's Iron Man for himself this fatal 4-way, and now tope on Halo. He didn't get all of it, just got enough to just really kick Rey across the head here. I think he might have just knocked Rey out conscious. Well, if he didn't, this will 1916 on the floor. Oh my god. He may have just broken Rey's neck. Look at the glazed over eyes of Rey Mysterio and Finn. On the opposite side of the ring, the tope con hilo to Ilja Dragunov. He's taken everyone out of the equation. Rey may have just broken his neck and Ilja Dragunov. The same goes for him on 1916 on the outside. Finn Balor, over the past couple of days, has just been completely vicious. Costing Roman Reigns the WWE title in the gauntlet match, and now these two 1916s on the outside of both Rey and Ilja Dragunov, and Finn feels good about his odds. Essentially, Finn Balor has turned this failed four-way matchup now into a singles matchup. He's turned it into a one-on-one scenario where it's just him and Carmelo Hayes here for the Cruiserweight title of the world in this 8-4-1 match to kick things off here on Smackdown. Melo is out of it, Ilja's out of it, Rey is also out of it, and Finn getting ready to get a job done. Wait a minute! Wait, what? That's Roman Reigns! Roman just came down the ringside. Rey's been knocked out, Ilja's been knocked out. It's just Finn and Melo really. And Roman sees his opportunity and Melo gonna take advantage. Roman Reigns, I think he may have just gone a measure of revenge. Suplex cutter by Melo. Rey and Ilja suffering. They are knocked out from the 1916s. It's just Melo and Finn. Melo has the opportunity. Nothing but net. Planting down Finn Balor. Could this be it? Roman Reigns clapping, applauding, because he just cost Finn Balor the Cruiserweight Championship. Carmelo Hayes is the Cruiserweight Champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, he is him, and he survives the 8-4-1 match. Look at this, you gotta think. A big turn point in that matchup. Finn Balor, the 1916, and Rey on the outside, and then one for Ilja Dragunov as well. That took both Rey and Ilja out of the equation, essentially turning this into a one-on-one matchup between Finn and Melo. And then Roman Reigns comes down and helps the man he's staring eye to eye with. Carmelo Hayes is Cruiserweight Champion. And staring down Roman Reigns. Melo, gotta think, definitely gotten celebrate a big win. Melo's Cruiserweight Champion. Finn has been laid out here courtesy of, well, the distraction of Roman Reigns led him open to the suplex cutter and the nothing but net. And now Roman here looking to add insult to injury. This is his revenge for what Finn Balor did to him after he got eliminated from the gauntlet match this past Sunday at Genesis. Roman Reigns was screwed out of the WWE Championship by Finn Balor at Genesis, and Roman getting back his pound of flesh, sizes him up, spear, cuts him in half. 2 spears by Roman to Finn Balor. And we're still going to see Roman in tonight's main event for a WWE Championship. But Roman Reigns getting his payback against the Prince. What goes around comes around, Finn. Roman 1-ups Finn Balor here on Smackdown. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. The action will continue. We'll be back. We are back here on Smackdown as we are now backstage with Kathy Kelly, who's interviewing her guest at this time, Braun Breaker, as she's asking Braun here what are his goals now that he's been drafted over Smackdown courtesy of GM Carrillo. And Braun's goals here is for starters. His first goal would be to get some damn respect around here. How is a man of his caliber not on the show? 8 cruiserweights have opened the show. Guys that weigh as much as his thigh, that's questionable, but whatever. Guys that can't light a candle to him are on the show. But somehow he's not. It doesn't make any sense. Carrillo's a fool and not have him open, or not have him challenge Drew McIntyre for a WWE title tonight. And if Braun Breaker can't get any respect around here, he sure as hell can take his frustrations out on someone in that locker room. Well, that's interesting words to say the least. Blatant disrespect of the entire Cruiserweight division if you ask me as well. I get Braun having frustrations for not having a match here on this first episode of Smackdown, but to just openly disrespect the entire Cruiserweight division just like that after they've had an amazing 8-4-1 match to kick us off here tonight, that's interesting to say the least. I'm not too sure I really agree with Braun Breaker's comments, but regardless, we gotta move on to women's action. As far as next couple of weeks, SmackDown will crown a women's world heavyweight champion. That's right, Raw has the women's title. SmackDown will now have the women's world title. The women's title over on Raw will take over the lineage of the Raw women's title from 2K20, while the women's world heavyweight championship is on SmackDown, and it will take over the lineage of the SmackDown women's championship from 2K20. And over these next couple weeks, 8 women off the SmackDown roster will compete in a series of Beat the Clock challenges. That's right. And so, the two women who have the two quickest times will go on to face against each other at our upcoming pay-per-view, which will be announced during our main event here tonight on SmackDown. The SmackDown exclusive main event over the next coming weeks will be announced, and that will be where the two women will battle. The two women with the best times, they will do battle for the vacant Women's World Heavyweight Championship. As this right here is week 1 of the next, well, couple of weeks of Beat the Clock challenges. And so there you see the graphic right there. Roxanne, Perez, Selena Vega, Charlotte Flair, Asuka, Dakota Kai, Tiffany Stratton, Io Sky, and Bayley. All 8 women will be a part of it. Matches will be randomly selected in the coming weeks. We have no clue what the match will be next week, but we know damn well what the match is going to be right now. Week 1 of the Beat the Clock challenges right now is Roxanne Perez taking on Dakota Kai, and there you see the clock right there. And while it's not a Beat the Clock sprint, a Beat the Clock sprint would be having to beat the time. So whichever time we get this week, next week it'll have to be someone being that time. But no, we're not having that. Simply put, you can go as long as you want here, especially for this match and next week's matchup. All that matters is you get the quickest time, really. So you win, your time will be inputted. And so, we're guaranteed to have 4 winners over these next 4 singles matches over these next couple weeks here. But the woman with the 2 quickest times will go on to our upcoming pay-per-view, which will be announced later on during tonight's main event of Roman Reigns vs. Drew McIntyre for WWE title. And the 2 women with the quickest times will go on and face off for the vacant Women's World Heavyweight Championship. Different to what the Raw Women's division is doing with the 2 fatal 4-ways. Of course, Rhea Ripley won this past Monday on Raw, overcoming Candice LeRae, Bianca Belair, and Becky Lynch. And this Monday, another fatal 4-way will take place with the winner going on to face off against Rhea Ripley for the vacant Women's Championship on Raw Week 3, which will have a special event titled to it, a special gimmick for it, and it will be revealed this Monday on Raw, so don't miss out on that for some announcements in regards to Raw Week 3, a big special event. But now, let's focus here on the action between these 2 women representing SmackDown's Roxanne Perez, the Luthes Press, onto Dakota Kai. And now, gonna drag over Dakota here towards the ropes. And well, I gotta say, just what a great week here of Viewers Mode we've had. Whether it be Genesis, Raw, ECW, and so far SmackDown, and what great rosters have been drafted courtesy of Raw GM Nick Magnus Aldis, ECW GM Manager Paulie Dangerously, and SmackDown GM Kurt Angle. They've all just drafted amazing rosters here, whether it be the tag division, the women's division, or the men's singles division, whether it be the main event or mid-card scene. Just great roster all around for both Raw, ECW, and SmackDown. As a SmackDown woman, again, to showcase their talent here in this Beat the Clock challenge, as Dakota Kai and Roxanne Perez are able to set the stage here for our next 3 matches of the Beat the Clock challenge over these next couple weeks. As after the big boom in the corner now, Trio Woe here by Dakota Kai has Roxanne Perez all sorts of tied up as Bayley and Io Sky watches on. That's a big advantage as they're in the corner of Dakota Kai, and oh god, double foot stomp right there. Forward and Roxanne Perez up like an accordion into cover here to beat Roxy in 2 minutes and 40 seconds, but no, only 2. As we've now reached the 2 minutes 40 second mark. Roxanne and Dakota Kai, you gotta wonder here, you gotta try and set the stage here by getting an early time. To be fair, Ray, they could go as long as they want to. There's no time limits. As now Roxanne here, Dakota trying to fight back, and oh! Roxanne taking out the leg from underneath of Dakota Kai and playing her down right there with that, like, aided second row code breaker, and oh! The suicide dive to Bayley! Roxanne decides to take out and make the odds a little bit even for herself, taking out some of the members of Damage Control, but Io just gonna throw Roxanne back inside the ring. And Jessica Carr, the official of this contest, she's throwing out Io Sky. Io thankfully laid her hands on Roxanne Perez, right in the view of Jessica Carr, and Io Sky has been thrown off the contest. Bayley is now just in the corner of Dakota Kai, and Roxanne Perez has just evened the odds a little bit in her favor. It's still against her here, but Dakota Kai in a bad way, and now, see, there you go. There's the assistance of Bayley coming into play, trying to snap Dakota out of the fin. Oh! Roxanne Perez taking out both women. Perez with a double X handle off the top rope, knocking Dakota Kai right into Bayley, and now Roxy with the Pop Rocks. Io Sky has been thrown off the contest. Bayley is down courtesy of the Pop Rocks. Roxanne Perez here. Can she do it? Pop Rocks to the Dakota Kai. Roxanne Perez against all odds just beat Dakota Kai in 4 minutes and 25.6 seconds. And just like that, Roxanne Perez will set the stage for the other 6 women that will participate in the next coming weeks in this Beat the Clock challenge. 4 minutes, 26 seconds. Well, it's not a matter of who could do better than that. It's a matter of who could do, second best or even better than that. Roxanne Perez, a great time. And wait a minute here. Bayley now has entered the ring, and the Rose plant on Roxanne Perez. Well, Io, she's been thrown off the match, so she's now backstage. And now wait a minute. That's Charlotte Flair. Charlotte with the steel chair. Trying to even the odds for Roxanne. Hitting Bayley with it. Oh, cracks her across the skull. Dakota Kai has a candlestick, and she gets planted in the midsection. A 2-on-1 assault started by Bayley and Dakota Kai, but Charlotte looking to end it early here. Dakota Kai taking out the equation, but now Bayley has Charlotte Rose plant to Charlotte Flair. And Roxanne now has Bayley. And another Pop Rocks planting down Bayley. As Dakota now working on Charlotte Flair. Ladies and gentlemen, this has gone to complete mayhem. We were just having a singles match. And then during Roxanne's entrance, both Bayley and Dakota ambushing her, blindsiding her from behind. Charlotte making the save here, but now it's just descended to just complete chaos, really. Bayley has still been taken down from the Pop Rocks, and now Charlotte here gonna add insult injury. The figure 4 now locked in, and Roxanne Perez on the top rope, waiting for Dakota Kai. Plants her down with a double X handle as Charlotte has Bayley locked in the figure 8, and Bayley's tapping. Bayley is tapping out to the figure 8. And Roxanne Perez now with the Pop Rocks on the outside to Dakota Kai. This is insanity. To the outside goes Bayley. Charlotte helping even the odds for Roxanne Perez here on SmackDown. And wait a minute, that's Asuka. Asuka talking to Io Sky backstage. Well, that explains why Io didn't come down to make it a 3-on-1, then 3-on-2 situation. Asuka seems to be just talking to Io Sky, and she was preoccupied with that. Well, regardless, we have to move on, so we're now backstage with Trick Williams. Well, of course, he's pretty damn happy. His best friend Carmelo is the new Cruiserweight Champion of the world. And well, ladies and gentlemen, Trick and Melo are here to stay on SmackDown. And what's he doing here? Well, Hogan was just walking by, yeah, sure. And you gotta say that, well, Trick is not gonna get anywhere in this business for celebrating his friend's win, especially considering that Trick was also in the matchup. And well, Trick, he's not, I don't think he really likes that comment, to be honest, and he's right. He has a lot of respect for what Hogan did in the past, but it doesn't mean he has to like an old-timer who thinks it's okay to stick his nose in business that doesn't concern him, whether it be Cody Rhodes' business or Trick and Melo's business. And Hogan's saying, well, strong words, but be careful though, because Trick may have to eat them. Whatever, I'm sick of Hogan already. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back. We are back here on SmackDown. It is now time for tag team action, and here comes the 2 men who I feel like are the steals of the draft. At number 16, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, the Motor City Machine Guns. And well, before we even get onto this tag team contest here tonight on SmackDown, I gotta say here, just Hulk Hogan at Genesis. Well, he did a Cody Rhodes. He screwed Cody Rhodes out of the WWE Championship. What a performance. Cody had grueling matches, really, against Randy Orton and Carmelo Hayes. Was able to eliminate both of them. And then in came Drew McIntyre, number 6. Cody had him with the crossroads, and then in came Hogan dropping the leg and costing Cody Rhodes the matchup, giving the WWE title to Drew McIntyre on a silver platter. And then for Hogan to also just walk backstage during Trick Williams' interview time, and then just mock him, really say he's not gonna do anything in his business if he celebrates, wins that his friend has in a matchup that he was also in. I feel like just Hogan, he's lost the plot completely. I feel like it's just been insane disrespectful to both Cody Rhodes and now Trick Williams, if you ask me. But regardless, we gotta focus now on this tag team contest. This is Austin Theory And Alex Shelley start things off here. And his tag team contest here on SmackDown. No! Big time knee strike right there by Alex Shelley. Gotta think Grayson Waller and Austin Theory aren't really too happy that they were drafted last in the number 22 slot here on SmackDown, courtesy of GM Kurt Angle. But with Garza to get an opportunity to really maybe prove Kurt Angle wrong here, if they could pull off an upset over the Morrissey Machine Guns, as in comes Chris Sabin, and now here comes the amazing tag team ability of the Guns. The double kick followed by the senton. And now Sabin here. Just gonna have his way here with Theory German suplex. Keeps the arm grasp and no! Well, making it rain right there with that one if you ask me. Theory in a bad way. And now Sabin. Tope Atomic. Oh no! Oh! Theory got out of the way in the last split second. Saw that one coming, able to get out the way. No, German suplex right there by Theory. Shelley and Grayson Waller watches on. And now speaking of Grayson Waller, in he comes. Theory makes the tag, and now time for some tag team maneuvers, courtesy of A-Town Down Under. As Waller planting down that double axe handle, and out planting down Sabin head first with a DDT. And Waller feels pretty damn happy about himself after that DDT. And now sends Sabin off the ropes. And big body drop. Planting down Chris Sabin. The Guns and A-Town Down Under. Just two of a handful of teams that have been drafted as SmackDown courtesy of General Manager Kurt Angle. After the roll-up, only 2 count. Waller trying to get the element of surprise on Chris Sabin. Is going to take more than that, though, to keep down both Sabin and Shelley, if you ask me. And now, Sabin. Gonna send Waller into the corner. No! Big boot in the corner. That running Yakuza kick. And now, Waller, completely dazed, seeing stars, and gets planted down with a cradle shock. The maneuver that's put down so many great competitors in the past, and Theory watches on. Grayson Waller is knocked out of it. You know, Sabin, I think he was thinking of doing a pinfall, but decides against it, decides to tag in Alex Shelley. And now, Sabin walking towards here, walking towards Theory, taking him down. Sabin has to be careful with Chad Patton. Of course, if he counts to 5, Sabin will be disqualified, and A-Town Down Under will win this matchup. And now flying form to the outside by Sabin, taking Theory off the equation, and slice spread number 2 by Alex Shelley. And that's it. Good night, A-Town Down Under. The Guns. An impressive victory here on SmackDown. Ladies and gentlemen, if you ask me, the SmackDown Tag Team Division really is a great division, especially when you add the Morrissey Machine Guns into the mix. And look at this right here. The diving form to the outside, followed by slice spread number 2 by Shelley. Smart tag team work right there. Sabin taking Theory off the equation, leaving the door opened for Shelley to get the job done. And while Grayson Waller took a cradle shock and the slice spread number 2 all within like 30 seconds of each other. So that was enough to keep him down. The Morrissey Machine Guns. A great debut here in the WWE, and a great victory here in episode 1 of SmackDown. And so we're backstage now in the office of GM Kurt Angle, and that right there is Big E Langston, and he is confronting Kurt Angle. Well, Big E saying he's worth more than this, and well, you know, he's having his frustrations similar to, you know, Braun Breaker's frustrations earlier on in the night. And well, Kurt decides he might as well announce what he had planned for next week. Next week, blockbuster news here. It'll be a fatal 4 for the United States Championship. It will be Big E Langston versus Braun Breaker versus Damian Priest versus Sheamus for the vacant United States Championship. And Big E, well, didn't like the way Kurt sarcastically said, "Are you happy now?" Well, of course, Big E Langston, a changed man, courtesy, of course, what happened years ago back in 2K20, but major news, courtesy of GM Kurt Angle, fail for the vacant U.S. title. That right there is next week on SmackDown, and wait a minute! That right there is Cody Rhodes. He's in the building, and he's talking to Trick Williams. The American Nightmare is here in Kansas City, and this is somewhere else backstage. That's Braun Breaker, and he just drew Rey Mysterio down into the concrete. Breaker said he was going to take his frustrations out on someone here tonight. He told Kathy Kelly that earlier on in the night. And he just drew Rey Mysterio off those production crates, face first into the concrete floor backstage. I can't believe he just did that. Braun Breaker openly disrespecting the Cruiserweight division, said how, like, none of them could light a candle to him. They all weighed as much as his thigh, and it's like blatant disrespect shown earlier, and I can't believe he just did that Rey Mysterio backstage. Regardless, we have to move on. It's finally now time for a main event. Roman Reigns challenges Drew McIntyre for a WWE Championship here in your main event SmackDown in Kansas City. And so here it comes, the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, the man who drew number 1 in the 6-man gauntlet match this past Sunday at Genesis. Well, you gotta wonder here, Roman Reigns has been a pretty busy man this past week. Of course, drawing number 1, immediately eliminating Finn Balor from the gauntlet match after Finn missed the coup de grace. Roman hit him with a spear and then choked him out with a guillotine choke. And then, while waiting for entrant number 3, which would then end up being, of course, Cody Rhodes, Finn Balor hit him with 1916 and 2 coup de grace, basically eliminating Roman from the matchup almost immediately. Cody Rhodes came in, hit the crossroads, eliminated Roman. And then that's how Roman and Finn's nights were done for. And then, of course, earlier on to kick us off in the 8-for-1 match, once we got down to the final 4 of Ilja, Dragunov, Rey Mysterio, he's having a pretty damn bad night. Of course, Carmelo Hayes and Finn Balor, Roman Reigns, cost and Finn the matchup. It seems he had it covered. He took Rey and Ilja out of the equation with 2 1916s on the outside of the floor. And he had Melo to himself. Then Roman, of course, cost him the distraction. So Roman Reigns getting his measure of revenge for what Finn Balor did to him this past Sunday at Genesis. And now here comes your WWE Champion. You gotta think he is Hulk Hogan's chosen one. And this past Sunday at Genesis, he broke the dreams of Cody Rhodes. The dream of Rhodes becoming WWE Champion, they were broken courtesy of this man, the Scottish Warrior, the Scottish Psychopath, Drew McIntyre. The man who we can now call the top guy here on SmackDown, the WWE Champion, and conspicuous by his absence, really, if you ask me. Where the hell is Hulk Hogan? We saw Hogan open up the night here with Drew McIntyre, applauding Drew, saying how, you know, Drew survived the 6-man gauntlet match. But to be fair, with all due respect, he drew number 6. You know, he came out number 6. A weakened and bloody Cody Rhodes had to go through grueling matches against Randy Orton and Carmelo Hayes to get to that situation. And Cody almost had Drew done for the crossroads, and then came Hulk Hogan. Head referee of SmackDown, Charles Robinson, was distracted by Hogan's Titantron, completely turned around, and while the ref's back was turned, Hogan hit the body slam, the leg drop, rolled out the ring just in time. By the time Charles Robinson rolled around and turned back, Cody was flat on his back. Drew took advantage of a Claymore kick and a future shot, and just got the 3 count. But regardless, it's now time to focus here on your main event. There is your Tribal Chief, the head of the table. Roman Reigns got a measure of revenge against Finn Balor early on tonight. So you gotta wonder here, how could this play a role? Roman's definitely fired up heading into this main event against that man, Drew McIntyre. And I gotta say here, I'm very surprised Hogan is not by the side of Drew McIntyre. Considering how Hogan helped Drew, just handed Drew the WWE Championship basically this past Sunday at Genesis in that gauntlet match. And then, you know, applauded him earlier on to kick things off for the night before, luckily enough, Jermaine Krangle was able to interrupt that pretty quickly so our show could get on. And then, of course, we also saw Hogan again backstage, interrupting Trick Williams' TV time, his mic time, when Trick was, you know, celebrating Melo winning in the 8-for-1 match, which granted, of course, Trick was also part of. But anyway, episode 14 is after SmackDown Week 4. That's right, our first pay-per-view after Genesis. It's Judgment Day. It'll be Universe Mode. Episode 14, it'll be taking place after SmackDown Week 4. And that right there will be a SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view. It is Judgment Day. And so we're building up to that. SmackDown will have their first brand exclusive pay-per-view before Raw and ECW will. But, of course, Raw Week 3 will be a special event. Not a pay-per-view, but a special episode of Raw will be Raw Week 3. More details about that will come up this Monday on Raw, Episode 2. But regardless, here we go. Time for a main event here. Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns. And Drew here, looking to retain the title. He's been holding that title since this past Sunday when he won in the gauntlet match. Roman could play spoiler here ahead of Judgment Day. A couple of weeks ahead of Judgment Day, and you gotta wonder here, Roman Reigns could just immediately end the reign of Drew here. But after the Wwe Spinebuster into a cover Arn Anderson style from the Wwe Spinebuster only two. And Drew now gonna stay on Roman Reigns here. These two men, no strangers to one another, no shortage of history between these two. And after the deadlift powerbomb, amazing strength being showcased by the WWE Champion, and once again only a 2 count. Your official for this matchup, the head official of SmackDown, Charles Robinson. That's why he gets the blue shirt, and Jessica Carr and Chad Penn, they don't, because we can't add the blue shirts for them. That's really the reason, but that's beside the point. As Drew now gonna send Roman into the corner. I seriously gotta wonder where the hell Hogan is. Maybe he's watching on backstage. I'm very, very surprised. Hogan is not by the corner of Drew here tonight. But regardless, off the ropes goes Roman Reigns, and belly to belly, suplex right there by McIntyre. And of course, this matchup was made official courtesy of SmackDown GM manager Kurt Angle. He was revealed to be the GM to kick us off here tonight. And Ron Yakuza kick in the corner by Drew McIntyre. The WWE Champion is in control against the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. Don't go anywhere. We will take our final commercial break here on SmackDown. We're back here on SmackDown after a final commercial break. The rest of this main event will go on commercial free, as during the commercial, Drew McIntyre staying on control of Roman Reigns, using the environment to his advantage, planting Roman ribs first, stomach first, on the outside across that barricade. As we are back here with the live action, Drew McIntyre still in control. He's been in control all of the commercial break, and even now here, choking out Roman Reigns with that Gargano escape. And Roman now trying to fight out of it here, and needs to back of the head, and clocks Drew in between the eyes. And now Roman looking to build up some momentum. Gets the open hand palm strike, and another one taking down Drew. And now the WWE Champion, he was doing good all throughout the break, and Roman Reigns here looking to maybe change that. Get some momentum on the side, and kicks him square across the face after the snap mirror. Open hand palm strike yet again by Roman Reigns, looking to become WWE Champion here tonight. Plays spoiler against Drew McIntyre. Drew won the title this past Sunday at Genesis. Roman Reigns looking to immediately end the reign of McIntyre here tonight on SmackDown. SmackDown Episode 1 from Kansas City, Missouri. And Glasgow kiss right there by McIntyre. He headbutted a Samoan, and it actually paid off. I am shocked. Could this be a 2? And no, only 2. Only 2. Got Roman good with that one, and Drew just begging Charles Robinson, asking him, are you sure that was 2? Just what an amazing Glasgow kiss right there by McIntyre was enough to take down Roman. And now going to send him to a corner here. And Drew now, Roman with the kick. And, out of nowhere, he rebounds after the kick to the face of McIntyre, plants him center of the ring with a Superman punch. 2, Roman Reigns, no, only 2. Roman caught Drew out of nowhere with a Superman punch. Drew never saw it coming. Roman Reigns. A shock victory almost happened right there out of nowhere. Well, Roman, after a Superman punch, you gotta wonder here, he needs to stay with the offense on McIntyre. And off the ropes goes Drew, ducks underneath the clothesline, and Roman chases him around and turns him inside out with that lariat. Roman Reigns looking good now after that Superman punch out of nowhere. And the WWE Champion is in trouble here. That's the head of the table, the Tribal Chief here, looking to win the WWE title here on SmackDown. Just gonna throw Drew over the top rope right there. Of course, Champion's advantage on the outside, whether it be a counter or disqualification, regardless of who it is, Drew McIntyre will retain the WWE Championship. This is a matchup with Champion's advantage. And so Roman here has to be careful with Charles Robinson 10 count. And Drew now gets just planted face first into the table covering. And Roman gonna drag Drew and plants him face first, this time into the ring apron. Hardest part of the ring right there, meeting the face of Drew McIntyre. What a night it could be for Roman Reigns, getting one up on Finn Balor earlier on to kick us off here tonight on SmackDown. And what if he could win here right now against Drew McIntyre? He may just do that right now. Roman Reigns to become WWE Champion. 2. And no. Charles Robinson only counting 2 right there for Roman Reigns. And you gotta wonder, it'll be a great night for Roman here if he could knock off Drew McIntyre, become WWE Champion. As Roman now looking to lift up Drew McIntyre. Looking to continue on the punishment here against the WWE Champion. And now has him hooks him right there with that one-arm powerbomb, I guess really you could say. Powerbomb variation of sorts. And just don't know what we fully called that. Definitely a unique variation of a triple suplex. And Roman Reigns here looking for a spear. No, Drew! He got the knee up. Reigns almost sliced Drew in half with a spear, but Drew knees him in the temple. And now, here we go, inside Carrillo's small package. Center of the ring, Drew's gonna steal one here, no, only two. Roman Reigns could not connect with the spear. Drew got the knee up just in time. Was able to avoid the spear by kneeing Roman in the skull and almost stole it with a small package. Only got a 2 count, but now after the back suplex, here comes McIntyre. Claymore kick, no, Roman gets out the way. Both these two men going for their best maneuvers to no avail, and now it's Roman here with the shock and roll up, looking for a victory, no, only two. These two men try to take each other by surprise. Roman cannot connect with the spear. Drew was able to knee him in the skull, and then tries to get the shock and pinfall by rolling him up to no avail. And then, what's next? Drew tries the same thing. He misses the Claymore kick, and then Roman rolls him up. Once again, only gets a 2 count, similar to how McIntyre also got a 2 count from the inside cradle. These two men trying to pull off the MN surprise on one another. And now here we go from the second rope. Planting down Drew in the center of the ring. Roman Reigns here shoots the half, center of the ring. Charles Robinson only counting 2. What a main event we're having here tonight on SmackDown. We had a world title main event between Robert Roode and CM Punk this past Monday on Raw. This past Tuesday on ECW, it was the Monster Abyss who answered the open challenge of the War Machine Rhino for the ECW Championship. And here on SmackDown, another title main event is the WWE title main event between Drew and Roman. Just 3 amazing main events we've had across Raw, ECW, and SmackDown. And now Roman Reigns here looking to catch a breather after just sending Drew McIntyre into the barricade champion's advantage here. And wait a minute, that's Finn Balor! Balor just attacked Roman with a steel chair. Finn is still here. Charles Robinson doesn't see it. He's still focused on counting Drew McIntyre. Champion's advantage for Drew. Disqualification or count out, Drew will still be able to retain the title, regardless if he actually wins or loses. And now Finn here has Roman in the drop zone. Coup de grace. Drew is distracting Charles Robinson. He's taunted, not getting back inside the ring. Finn, after a coup de grace, he leaves the ring here. Of course, the official can't call what he doesn't see. I don't even think he really heard Finn enter either. Future shock DDT. Not this way. Not this way. Finn Balor screws Roman Reigns out of the WWE title again. Oh, come on. For a second time in 1 week, Finn Balor does it again. He did it this past Sunday at Genesis in the gauntlet match after Roman eliminated him. And Roman, he got his measure of revenge, costing Finn the Cruiserweight Championship earlier on to kick us off here tonight in the 8-for-1 match. And then to end us off, Finn Balor screws Roman Reigns, costs him the WWE Championship. Wait a minute! That's Cody Rhodes and he has Hulk Hogan. That explains why Hogan wasn't by the side of Drew McIntyre. Cody got to him first, and now Cody gets his measure of revenge on Hulk Hogan. Down goes the Immortal. The Crossroads on the outside. Hogan has been laid out. The man who gifted the WWE title, Drew McIntyre on silver platter, has been laid out. Cody takes out Hogan, and now Cody looking to get his revenge on Drew as well. Crossroads. A crossroads for Hogan, a crossroads for McIntyre. Complete chaos unfolding here over the last couple seconds between what happened with Finn and Roman just now, and now Cody Rhodes getting his revenge against Drew McIntyre and Hulk Hogan. This past Sunday at Genesis, Hogan gifted the WWE title to Drew McIntyre on silver platter. He screwed Cody Rhodes out of the title, and now here tonight on SmackDown, Rhodes gets his measure of revenge on both McIntyre and Hogan. Ladies and gentlemen, we're out of time. The American Nightmare stands tall.